Life, with all its ups and downs, forces us to face complex and sometimes difficult relationships. No matter how perfect a relationship may seem, we all know that nothing lasts forever. Small arguments and disagreements are inevitable and often not a big deal in healthy relationships. However, there will come a time when we sense something deeper, a constant feeling of doubt that is hard to ignore. You start to feel like a lost characteristic link or experience heartbreaking events that spoil your confidence. How do you know when the relationship is over? This is a troubling question and not an easy one to answer. In times like these, Stoic philosophy gives us the insight and wisdom to reevaluate our relationships. Stoicism teaches us that life requires inner peace and personal growth. Sometimes, to protect these values, we must have the courage to say goodbye. In this video, we will study 11 signs that indicate when we should end all contact with our family or friends. These signs are not only useful for understanding when you need to let go, but they also guide you on how to let go calmly and rationally so that you can continue on your way and live a meaningful, peaceful life. Let's start this journey of understanding and discover how Stoicism guides us by watching the video till the end. Don't miss any of the 11 signs, as just one of them could help you know when it's time to say goodbye to protect your peace and personal growth. Leave a comment saying, "I'm challenging myself," as a promise that you'll see it to the end and not miss a single sign. When relationships do more harm than good, they play a crucial role in shaping our emotional and mental health. According to Stoic philosophy, identifying and ending toxic relationships is essential to protecting our inner health. These relationships can undermine your self-confidence and hinder your personal development. A toxic relationship can make you feel lost and cause you to lose confidence in yourself. For example, a friend who constantly criticizes and belittles you, whether unintentionally or on purpose, gradually erodes your self-confidence. Or in a relationship where you always have to sacrifice yourself to be satisfied, the consequences of maintaining a toxic relationship are extremely serious. This can lead to stress, anxiety, and even depression. When you are constantly trapped in a negative spiral, it is difficult to find true peace and happiness. That's why a positive environment is crucial. A positive environment can help you grow, improve your spirit, and foster creativity. Deciding to detach from a toxic relationship is never easy, but it is the right and necessary decision to protect your inner health and promote personal growth. When you dare to face and leave harmful relationships, you open up opportunities to build more positive and meaningful connections. The famous Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we react to them." Ask yourself, can you continue to sacrifice your inner health for a relationship that does more harm than good? Remember that true peace and happiness begin with your second sign. When a relationship interferes with your personal growth, it's time to seriously review it. True relationships are only valuable if they help you become the best version of yourself. Have you ever wondered if the people around you are really pushing you forward, or are they just holding you back? A true friendship is one in which both parties grow together and share common values and goals. Family love should also be your greatest source of encouragement, where you can find unconditional support. But relationships don't always work out perfectly. Sometimes we meet people who make us feel blocked or, worse, make us look like a shadow of ourselves. A classic example is the story of the great Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, who had to deal with complex political matters. He was always alert and thoughtful, recognizing who was trustworthy and who was hindering his growth. Caution is required with negative conditions when we have to stop to reflect and reevaluate these relationships. It seriously affects our well-being. You must remember that ending a relationship is not a sign of failure, but a bold step toward finding yourself. Be sure that each decisive step will bring you closer to peace and holistic development, because you deserve to live in a relationship that nurtures and honors your true self. We'd like to know, have you ever been in a relationship that you felt hindered your personal growth? How did you recognize it and overcome it? We look forward to hearing your stories. Have you ever felt like you had to compromise your core values just to maintain a relationship? Have you ever wondered if this trade-off is really worth it or if it just distances you from yourself? In Stoic philosophy, living according to your personal values is the key to true peace and happiness. Let's explore why it is necessary to be loyal to personal values in life. Sign number 3. If you compromise your values, living according to your personal values is a key element to achieving inner peace and happiness. If you have to compromise or give up your core values in a relationship, then this is a clear sign that the relationship is setting you up for failure. You value your integrity and self-worth, and it is necessary to ensure that you live authentically and remain honorable in your life. Personal values act as guidelines that help navigate life and make good decisions. When you surrender your values to maintain a relationship, you not only lose integrity but also enter into a state of internal conflict. This can lead to feelings of insecurity, regret, and a loss of self-confidence. For example, imagine you are a person who attaches great importance to honesty. However, you have a close friend who often asks you to lie for them. Little by little, every time you lie, you will feel like you are betraying your values, losing self-esteem, feeling burdened, and drifting further and further away from your true self. This is a clear sign that you need to reassess the relationship. Reassessing a relationship can be a painful and difficult process. However, staying true to your personal values is essential to protecting your integrity and self-esteem. You must choose a path that aligns with your values, even if it means ending an important relationship. When you live by your personal values, you will feel peaceful and happy, and a relationship that requires you to betray your values will only hurt you in the long run. By choosing to stay true to your personal values, you will build more authentic and sustainable relationships. This not only helps you stay honest, but it also earns respect from others and makes you immune to violence in any form. There is only one path to happiness, and that is to stop worrying about things beyond our control. Nothing is more precious than the peace and dignity of every human being. Abuse of any kind is a serious violation of these values and is unacceptable. Abuse can take many forms: physical, mental, emotional, and even financial. Such behavior not only causes direct harm, but also weakens the spirit of the abuser and creates social isolation, leaving deep and lasting scars. A specific example is the story of a woman named Linda, who endured years of control and threats from her husband. At first, she tried to defend his behavior, but gradually Linda understood she was in a toxic relationship. This realization was the first step for her to seek help and free herself from abuse. Abuse not only has negative physical effects, but also weakens the spirit and emotions. Victims often experience a loss of self-esteem and self-confidence, while fear and isolation are often related to abusive relationships. These relationships are usually characterized by threats of control and devaluation by the other person. Abusers typically do not take responsibility for their actions and try to blame the victims. It is important to recognize and address violence, which requires courage and determination. Victims need to understand that their abuser's behavior is not their fault and seek support from family, friends, or victim support organizations. The road to recovery takes time and patience, but it is also an opportunity to reaffirm your self-worth and live a life of dignity. When the signs of abuse are recognized, the importance of recognition cannot be overstated. Ending the relationship is a necessary step to protect one's peace and dignity. Living a life of respect and self-worth is a goal that any follower of Stoic philosophy steadfastly pursues. We protect ourselves and live up to the noble values that Stoic philosophy maintains. In life, we often face challenging circumstances when it seems that negative emotions dominate our minds, which not only destroys our peace but also harms us. Controlling your emotions is crucial. Thus, ending a toxic relationship can be the first step to finding peace and achieving personal growth. When destructive emotions dominate a relationship, the impact of these emotions is very clear. Anger, jealousy, or disappointment not only destroy inner peace, but also undermine the foundations of relationships. For example, if you often get angry with loved ones over petty issues, you will gradually lose control and let your emotions dictate your behavior. This not only harms the relationship, but also causes it to lose its precious self-control. The biggest challenge in recognizing and controlling negative emotions is the automatic reaction. We often do not realize that these feelings have gathered and become too strong to address. To address this, we need to evaluate the motivation of the relationship to determine whether these negative feelings originate from us or from an unhealthy relationship. Have you ever asked yourself if these negative feelings are worth keeping in the relationship? Finding internal strength and setting healthy boundaries is the first step in eliminating toxic relationships. This not only helps restore peace, but also aids in discovering and improving your personal growth. By realizing the value of peace and control, you will find that maintaining healthy and positive relationships is an important part of personal development. Leaving a toxic relationship is not a failure but a courageous choice to stay true to your values and principles. Thanks for sticking with us until the middle of this video. Your support and interest are our motivation to continue sharing these valuable philosophies. If you found this content helpful, please like and share the video so more people can access and apply these valuable lessons to their lives. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to not miss any useful content and upcoming lessons.